Just get fucking pumped in the gym, man, and I love sharing this stuff with y'all because, yes, it's the entertainment value. I want that in the channel. I do have that. I want to give y'all the tips, the tricks, the things I've learned, help y'all get y'all's body right, and you know, all this kind of good stuff. The inspiration, the fitness motivation. Like, but I'm telling y'all, even this, like, might be looking at motivation, inspiration, but I don't even mean it as that. I just mean it as like life knowledge tips, like for you to live the best life you can live, for you to be your best, for you to be the happiest to yourself. That's the best happiness. How do you feel about yourself? That's number one in life. How do you feel about yourself? Everything else comes right after that. Oh, my fucking legs are shaking. Guys, girls, whoever's watching, you gotta bring the intensity in the gym, okay? Again, I don't know, I'm just recording some other clips, but it's not just about the weight you're moving, it's how you move that weight, it's the intensity. When that muscle's stinging, that muscle's burning, you see that, I'm slowly down with it. Even that stretch, I'm keeping the tension on the muscle. That muscle's not resting the whole time. That has a lot of tension on the muscle. And when it starts to scream and burn, you keep going. Like when I was on 13 or 12, said I'm gonna go for 15. Don't care if I get all the way up to 15, I'm gonna give the effort to 15. Meaning, even if I had to do partials to 15, I'm gonna give my effort to 15 regardless how much this burns, because it was burning like hell, but I had that goal in my head, I set it, and I stuck with it, and I did it, and I hit it, I dropped it. The good enough thought pops in your head. That probably pops in everybody say you're doing something, that's good enough. Good enough is never enough. Because saying that's good enough now, like during that set or during whatever you're working on, that's good enough. You're saying that's good enough now, but you don't really know if that's enough until later. I don't know if that was sufficient, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, I want the maximum gains from that set. So therefore that's not enough. How do I know if that's enough on 13 or 12? That's when it popped in my head, that's, you know, just good enough. No, it's not good enough. Good enough's never enough, all right? Look at any person of major success. They all have that same ideology. It's never good enough. Even the Greg Plitt said it. Even the Arnold Schwarzenegger quote popped in my head. He even said, like, too much is never enough, right? I even thought of, you know, good enough is never enough. You know what I'm saying? You always want more, you always want to be better. Give it the best effort now. That's the best way to know if it is good enough. That's the only way you can know for sure, or hope that it is. If you give it your all, you do it your best, then you hope that's enough. And then if it's not enough, well, it's not because the effort you put in, it's because something else happened. But if you shortcut it, oh, that's enough. You stop a couple reps short, it starts to hurt a little bit, or you cut corners on whatever you're working on or building, or just small things in life, man. Small things in life I'm noticing. It's one great quote Greg Cliff said, you know, how you hold yourself in the small things of life, build the character winning blocks, the character building blocks of the person you'll be remembered for later. So, starting to notice that shit, these little small insignificant things in life, they're like easy to like, oh, I'm just gonna let that go. You gotta fucking stand up, dude, and stand up for yourself, and you know what I'm saying? Just stand up for yourself and do the thing. Even how small, it just seems so small, but that's a fucking character builder right there. And you stood for the truth of whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like happened today, something so small, just, I was in line at Lowe's, the lines were kind of split, really, it was kind of weird. The guy ahead of me went, I had my paint bucket, so another guy walked up behind him, sitting there. It's so easy. I'm just gonna let him go ahead of me, you know what I'm saying? Technically, I'm in line next, but he didn't see me. But, you know, you could easily say, I'm gonna let him go in line in front of me. It's not about, it's about, I'm fucking next in line. So I'm gonna go up there and say, hey, I'm next in line. I was behind that guy. See what I'm saying? And it might seem like, oh, that's making a big deal out of nothing. but it's not. It builds like the confidence in you to step up and say something when it needs to be said. When it's going to maybe a little bit of tension and a little bit of awkward or whatever, just fucking step up and say it. It makes you feel better about yourself. Something just that small. Or if you're throwing something away somewhere and you miss the trash can and it falls, if you go back and pick it up and put it in the trash can, just small shit like that, or giving that set in the gym your all, you know, like that's the best I could have gave right there. I took that shit to failure. You know, so I don't think I could have did any more perfectly, or, you know, so you give it your all, you do things the best you can. There's a Bible quote, it's like, regardless, I'm probably, you know, don't, not verbatim, but it's like, the Bible says, whatever your hands, whatever you find, I'm trying to think exactly how it goes. It's like, whatever the work you find in your hands, do it to the best of your ability. It's something like that. That's the gist of it. Meaning, regardless the work that you're doing at that time, regardless what that work happens to be, you do it with the best of your ability, all of your might. It doesn't matter if it's painting a fucking wall, shoveling a ditch. Doesn't matter if you hate it, if you love it, you still do it. I mean, you can still like not enjoy it as much while you're doing it, but you still do it to the best of your ability. Or if it's something you love doing, like for me, painting, you know what I'm saying, or editing YouTube videos and making YouTube videos, or you do it the best of your abilities. Wherever the work you find, whatever the work your hands come upon or something like that, you know what I'm saying, do it to the best of your ability. And that builds like self-esteem, confidence in yourself, that you're somebody who's not a bullshit. You don't shortcut. You see what I'm saying? And the thing, you know, it seems so simple. I've even done it in the past where I hadn't, but did it today, and damn, it feels good. You know what I'm saying? Just something that small. And you might, if you're thinking like, nah, that can't be. I'm telling you, do it. It doesn't seem like much, but it's for standing up for right, the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey man, you know, I didn't say, you know, asshole, but yeah, I was next in line. I was standing behind the guy. And he was like, you know, where? I was like, back there, I just had my paint can sitting down because I didn't want to hold them. I set them on some buckets. He was like, so what you saying? I was like, I'm next in line behind him. He's like, I didn't see you. I was basically like, asked the guy right there. And he was like, yeah, he was right behind me. So I'm saying, like, and here's the opposite thing. You could think to yourself, well, it's not that big a deal. Why make a deal out of it? But the thing is, I go up to the guy and say that, everybody's going to make a deal because to him, you know, hold up, no, you know, I didn't see you. Like, he's trying to say that he's next in line. You see what I'm saying? But you're not next in line. I'm fucking next in line. You see what I'm saying? Like, it seems like it's not a big deal, but then therefore, if it wasn't, when you said something to the person, they would just be like, oh yeah, go right ahead. But you know, everybody wants to be that next in line. It's not about, it's just about what's right. I'm next in line, so I'm gonna go. I'm saying, if you cut, whatever, no, I'm next. So I'm saying, stand up for yourself. It's just little small fucking things in life, man. And I'm telling you, it makes you feel good about yourself. It really does. And also the Bible says, if you're faithful over small amounts, we will make you master over many. Kind of the same thing. And like Greg Plitt said, if you hold yourself in the small things of life, stand up for yourself in the small things. It's not like I'm just gonna let these small things pass. And then this big thing happens, but then now I'm gonna cut it on now. This is when I'm gonna do it right. It doesn't work that way. It's habits. It's habits. And doing something one time makes it easier to do it the next time. Whether that doing something was not doing something, which is doing something, or doing something. So I'm saying, regardless the habit, the action you take, whatever action you take, 24/7, whatever it is, literally 24/7, how you sleep at night, literally, like everything becomes a habit. You do it once, it becomes easier to do it again. That's why Jim Rohn has a great quote I always keep in my head. It's like, if you ever had the quote like, I'm just gonna do it this one time, or you don't do it just the one time. And here's why he says, because it starts the habit. It starts the habit. Don't even give a negative habit a chance. Cut that shit off. Do what you know you need. Do what you know you need to do, and keep it moving. Ain't no, I'm gonna do it just this one, to slack off this one time. Because that makes it that much easier next time to slack off. It gets that ball rolling in that direction. You don't want that. All right, I'm in this clip again. About to do my full lower day stretching routine here. Also gonna do some passive hangs. to really decompress my spine. Again, highly recommend that if you're doing spinal loading exercises, overhead pressing, squats, even deadlifts are putting a lot of pressure on your body, pulling everything down. And just in general, even if you don't lift, do passive hands because gravity's, you know, on your body all day pushing you down. All right, everybody, that's it for this video. Little clip. Again, I don't know exactly what I'm doing with these clips, if it's gonna be in a blog or separate. This probably be a separate video so long, but I guess, I don't really know until I go back and see what kind of footage I got to work with and all. But just get fucking pumped in the gym, man. And I love sharing this stuff with y'all because, yes, it's the entertainment value. I want that in the channel. I do have that. I want to give y'all the tips, the tricks, the things I've learned, help y'all get y'all's body right, and you know, all this kind of good stuff. The inspiration, the fitness motivation. Like, but I'm telling y'all, even this, like, might be looking at motivation, inspiration, but I don't even mean it as that. I just mean it as like life knowledge tips, like for you to live the best life you can live, for you to be your best, for you to be the happiest to yourself. That's the best happiness. How do you feel about yourself? That's number one in life. How do you feel about yourself? Everything else comes right after that. So I'm saying, if you're not happy with yourself, then it doesn't fucking matter what you have in life or what your external surroundings are, or who your friends are. It doesn't matter. You gotta be, that's what people, you know what I'm saying, blow up super successful and then kill themselves. You know what I'm saying? Or then that's the same reason why people cannot really have much at all, but just be happy as shit. So I'm saying, it's how do you feel about yourself? How do you feel about the shadow? Well, I don't know where the damn shadow's at. It's over here. How do you feel about your shadow of life, man? The things that you've done, the person you're becoming, the thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you look back at the actions you've taken up to this point, are you happy with that? If not, change it. You know what I'm saying? If you are, you ain't done yet. The journey's still continuing. Keep getting better. All right, I'm cutting off here. I got to just cut myself off. Stretching, going home, eating, all that good stuff. And then I'm going to call it a night.